everyone, how is it going? We are live here on Friday. This is the Technicolor Mike B Show, and we are celebrating this holiday weekend, and it starts off with the Lunar New Year. Then before the weekend is over, we have Valentine's Day. It's a long weekend, so we get to have President's Day, George Washington's birthday. And if we extend it one more day, we have Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday. So yeah, we have a lot of events to celebrate and probably a few more faces to paint before the weekend is over. So yeah, we are celebrating the Lunar New Year. And yeah, I sort of did have to look up the Lunar New Year to figure out what exactly that's about. I know they celebrate the Chinese New Year's every year, January or February. But yeah, I wasn't completely sure the details of it, but this is the first new moon of the lunisolar calendar. And this calendar is traditional to many of the Asian countries, including China, Korea, and Vietnam. And this is the year of the ox. Now, to celebrate this year, I decided to do an Asian-inspired design, something that comes from the Beijing or Peking opera mask design. This was my initial design sketch. Originally, I did include some blue in the design that I didn't do when I painted it, but I more or less tried to keep to the design. I think these are fairly bold designs. I don't know a whole lot about the culture and the history of the designs. I know I tried to do another opera mask design a few years ago, and at the time I did look it up online just to learn a little bit more about, look at the designs, see pictures of the artwork, and try to find just enough details about it so I wouldn't be completely blind of what I was doing. And I did a little bit more research again this time just to refresh my knowledge of the design and the concepts used in it. Did I show this? Yeah, I showed the, this was today's design sketch. So yeah, several years ago I went on a vacation to Japan, Korea, and China, and I did see some of the opera masks designs in the stores for sale for the tourists to buy, and I took a few pictures of them as inspiration instead of just relying on the pictures that you find on the internet, that I would have the real thing. I don't know that the touristy pictures are any more representative or accurate, or they're just sort of the pop culture of what people buying designs would enjoy, what they think would sell. But yeah, I like the concept of the design, the boldness, the uniqueness. Yeah, there's two other like cultural designs that, as a face painter, artist, have always caught my eye as being something unique, and that is the sugar skull design, common for the Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, from the Hispanic and Mexican communities, and the Maori tribal facial tattoo, the design. I didn't really know much about that. I remember we were at, knew my black balloons weren't all that good. We were at Disney World at their Polynesian village attending one of the luau's, and they had several of the male performers there with the designs on their face, and they explained a little bit about how it makes them look fierce, and they offered it as a service for the kids who wanted to have their faces done. So yeah, there's I think the three cultural designs that I admire the most are the sugar skull, which I've done a handful of, both on myself and for people at Halloween related events. The Chinese mask, which I think this is my second attempt at doing one, and the Polynesian or Maori facial tattoos, which I've never had the courage to try out one of their designs. One of these days I'll give it a try. I like unique art forms, and I definitely think this is something that is unique. And it's not like the American style of face painting of curls and swirls, as a lot of the face painters like to call it. It's a very bold design, and I looked it up and found out that the design does have significance and the colors have meaning, helps the audience learn a little bit about the characters that they are watching. So according to the different websites I found, red is a color that indicates the character has valor, integrity, and loyalty. So yeah, it's a good color for a character. At least I think those are good qualities for someone to have. Other colors that are often seen in the designs: black symbolizes roughness or fierceness. Try to do this without popping too much. Yellow is ambition and cool-headedness. White is someone who is wicked and deceitful and cunning. Green is someone who is obstinate, has a lack of self-control. And I think I saw that gold and silver were for gods and deities. So there's a lot of significance to the colors, and like you could look at, I guess, if you're watching one of their operas, you could learn about who's performing and the character by what kind of mask they are wearing. So yeah, I thought that was interesting to just, if you're going to try to do a design inspired by another culture, that you should take the time to learn a little bit about their culture and the significance of it. And this is the Lunar New Year. This is the year of the ox. Now, I know I've heard of an ox and legend, like the Paul Bunyan stories. He had Babe, the big blue ox. Locally, there's a road called West Ox and Ox Road. But I was like, what exactly is an ox? And so I had to Google it and look it up. And apparently an ox is a cow, bovine animal that is trained to plow fields and pull horses and do other it's a draft animal. So it's if you're going to have, I guess, a farm and you're going to have your cows for the milk, you're going to have some male cows as well, the bulls, and you might as well train some of them to pull the plow and do other work on the farm for you. See, I don't think I actually realized what the ox was until I looked it up. I just sort of, I don't know. I thought it was another animal, so it's not a pig or a cow, but it's an ox. But it's just a name to an animal being used, put to work. So you learn something new every day, and I think it's important to be curious about different things and to ask questions, to take the time to look up the answers, broaden your horizon, learn a little bit more. I know on Facebook people post things all the time, and I'm like, is that true? What is that? Let me learn more. Let me find out a little bit more. So yeah, I'm looking up things all the time, fact-checking stories, getting more information. I think it's good to be a curious individual. So here is my attempt at a ox. Got his horns. He needs to, I guess, have a harness on it so we can pull my plow along. But yeah, so this was the Technicolor Mike B Show. I hope you learned a little bit about the Peking or Beijing opera masks, about the Lunar New Year, and about the ox. So until next time, see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. This is Technicolor Mike B signing out.